Hey, you. No. Stop. Stop. Alf, put the cat down. There you go. That's for children of the 80s who loved Alf.
This comedian admits that at times he can suffer from ADD.
I talk about wieners. I talk a lot about wieners. That's because they're pretty funny. They're like, yeah, wieners.
Hi, I'm Veronica with WatchMojo.com, and today we're learning some quick facts about Ryan Belleville. Since we only have a little bit of time with you, do you want to do a lightning round?
Oh, I love lightning, except I don't want to be hit with it.
What's your favorite part of stand-up comedy?
The performing part. The laughter. The getting paid to do it. Getting paid.
What's your favorite way to travel?
In first class. I'm not gonna lie. I like that when you're up there and you feel better than other people. You hear that and you're like, yeah.
Since you started at 15 years old, what keeps you humble?
Being broke at times, you know. There's no matter how good you get, you have years where you're like, I'm doing great. I got money and I'm on top of the world. The next week you're like in Red Deer at a little lodge and 6 people show up and you're like, oh, well, I guess I'm not that big a deal.
If you weren't doing comedy right now, what would you be doing?
I would be a full-on hobo. I'd be making, you know, soup in a tin. Can I get some change to catch the next train to Charleston?
Do you have any pre-show rituals?
I like to, you know, squeeze one out and, no, I get a little squirrely if I can't have a coffee before a show. I like to go over my notes just to see if there's anything really blazing and brand new I want to talk about that night. I don't like going up first because I like to see how the audience is reacting to other comics, especially when you know other comics and you know how the jokes should be getting responses, or and you just kind of feel out the energy a little bit.
What's the craziest thing a fan has done?
One of the funniest things a fan ever did is, I'm not sure where it was, but I think I was in Minneapolis, was talking on the radio out there, and there's a lot of big market radio down in the Midwest, and I was talking about how, oh, no, I'm not a big deal. And they go, well, what do you mean? How do you know you're not a big deal? How do you know you're not? I said, well, you're not famous until your IMDb page has a whole thread about, is he gay? And that's a thread. And I'm like, and then, sure enough, like a week later, I looked at my IMDb page, as you do. I don't know why. Like I'm having like sleepwalking and going up and working on movie sets that I didn't know about, but I checked it anyways. And somebody had a, is he gay thread there. I'm like, oh my God. So I clicked on it and it said, you've made it now, Ryan. I'm like, awesome. I was a fan who listened, who went through the trouble of setting up an IMDb profile, and then went and started that thread. And I'm like, okay, I've made it.
And what's the best advice you've ever gotten that you'd like to pass along? One
was by a comic named Paul Haywood, because when I first started out, I was really regimented, not to say in my bits, but the order my bits were in, and he was the first guy to say, just throw it away. Just get up there and it'll come to you. And that was great advice. Thank you, Paul. And if I may quote Woody Allen, don't get mad, get funny. Anytime you feel that you're not doing what you think you should be doing or as good as you're doing, it's probably not anyone else's fault. It's probably not the audience's fault or your work's fault. It's probably your fault because you're not working as hard as you can.
Well, thank you very much. It was great having you.
Well, I think it was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. High fives. Yeah!